Hello, we're going to get going on day 133 of Blueprints. Let's get it going. Okie dokie, so if you saw the last video, you know that there was a crash at the end of the first time playing day 132, so we had to play day 132 again. So the second time we played it, we did get a tomb, we did get a magnifying glass. Using the magnifying glass on the original manuscripts of Red Prince and a new clue down in the tomb was not as enlightening as I had hoped. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up allowance right now. I only have 70 steps and 2 gems. I did not have a clock tower or a sauna. I did have a moon pendant, so I'm starting with a telescope and running shoes. Not what I would have chosen, but it is what the moon pendant chose. And our stars is 111, our allowance is 160. So now let's go see, and we no longer have a blessing. So now if we can get kind of our goal this day and every day until it happens, is to get a shrine, start Blessing of the Monk, and then spend a few days to get the treasure trove drafted outside with the coat check, giving us the black key, so forth and so on. We don't have the option of the shrine or the tomb today, so we're just going to take the tool shed. I'm going to actually take the trading post. Reason being is because if I get a moon pendant today, which I'm going to attempt to do, I'll want to maybe trade away some of the items that I don't want the moon pendant to choose. Because of all the items I had yesterday, it kind of picked 2 that I really did not want it to pick. Running shoes, definitely not. Telescope is marginally useful. Alright, so we're going to do a den to get a gem and a doorway. Because I do not have the tomb today, I'm not interested in making a power hammer necessarily. I'm not really interested in the coat check today. Let's do this. I do want the observatory. I do want showroom. I no longer have Banner of the King, so I cannot make gold rooms, more prevalent, more, probable. But I should see the armory at some point because I have Mantle of the Night, which means that armory is in our draft pool, which should let me get a buy a Morning Star. Because we are trying to get our star count up. The observatory is useful, and we have a telescope right now, so we get double. Okay. I do need keys. This would give me 2 keys, so we'll go ahead and do that. Until and unless I get a showroom with a master key, I will need to collect keys. And I didn't have a I didn't end the day with a clock tower day, the canon day 132. The first time we did day 132, I ended with a sauna and a clock tower and a bunch of other stuff. That did not happen the second day, and the second time I ran day 132. So the canon day 132, we don't have a sauna or a clock tower, so we didn't start with any keys or extra steps. 2 gems, 4 keys. I'm going to do it. I do want to try to have 2 gems for if and when the showroom shows up. But until then, do I want a prism key? Well, it's still a key, so I guess we'll take it. It's maybe not as useful, well, as a key card would have been or something. I don't really need a commissary, but I don't necessarily want a dead end. I don't want to burn a redraw of those. So we're going to do the commissary and hope we can get another gem somewhere. We no longer have Blessing of the Dancer, so we can't rotate rooms. Okay, this is selling gems, which is what I was hopeful for. So I'm going to buy just a single gem at the moment. Because if I get a showroom, I'm going to want most of my money for that. But I can come back for, it looks like maybe up to 4 more gems and 3 keys, if need be. And a shovel, if need be. I'm not going to get the shovel at the moment. We'll do this for the doorways, even though it costs a coin to go through the room. Garage costs a gem, gives 3 keys. That might be worth it. They're all going to kind of dead end on me, so I'm going to do this. But then that means when I go back to the commissary, I'll buy another gem. Okay. Nothing else to pick up here. We'll do this, but before I duck into it, I'm gonna buy okay, we bought some gems. Okay, go through here. Pick up that key. I really want a showroom to show up. I'm going to do the utility closet because I don't know if I'm going to be getting a key card, and at some point we'll probably get a gymnasium and or dark room. Showroom, yay. Alrighty. So we do want a master key, and we want an emerald bracelet, and I will come back for an 8 compass and moon pendant. I want all of that. So I need another 70 coin. But now I don't have to chase keys or gems anymore. I just need to deal with security doors. Okay, this is a gold room. If I use a prison key, it will give me another gold room, which will be like the casino or kitchen or locksmith or something along those lines, or laundry. It might give me a room that dead ends. And here's the problem. I don't have doorways up here. Now I can go outside and come up here this way, but only after I can summon the elevator. So until I can summon the elevator, I can't access these doorways. This could also be a gift shop, which would give me doorways here and here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the prism key because I don't know when else I would use it. Okay. So of these options, the gift shop is the best for me, I think. Just for the doorways. There's nothing more I can buy at the gift shop. I've bought out the gift shop. We do want the observatory, for sure. And we want that. We do not want to trigger Draxus the Dead. Add a word, then gain 1 key and 1. Well, I've already got that word. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, I thought I did. And so now what I can do is use the telescope and trigger this again and get the next word. Add a word to the spiral stars, then gain 1 key and 1 gem. So it may just continue to increase the benefits that this same one constellation will give me. 1 key and 1 gem and 1 blah, 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 right? Yeah, because the thing actually gave me a key and a gem. So I think I got like a key off the first one and then a key and a gem off the second, off the telescope. So we're like increasing those benefits. Workshop with dead enemy, dining room. It's not the best place for the dining room. But I don't want to necessarily have to backtrack, so we're just going to go ahead and take the dining room. I could do a redraw. But I'll just take the dining room. It's not the best place for it. It's not the worst place for it. And I can save my redraws. Let's do the workshop just to get down to here. Because I can get to here and here from these doorways. So I just kind of want to connect back up to this area. This would be useful later in the day. This would be useful later in the day. You know what? Let's... I don't know that the workshop will have an item, but I don't know that it's an item that we would need. We can find out. It might be a sledgehammer. It's a battery, not an item I need. All right. We're gonna do the conference room. Not the best place for it. I like to have my conference room, my dining room higher up in the house, but it gives me the steps that I need. So, oh, and it has a key card. So with the key card, I might go back to the utility closet and turn the power back on, but that just depends upon what I get over here. Because if I get like a security office, I'll just do that, and that's fine. Okay, let's do this, because we can. And then we will check the rarity. We will potentially adjust rarity of some rooms. Let's make the clock tower pretty common. Well, these are dead-end rooms. I do like having a clock tower most days, I think. So let's go ahead and make that commonplace. Wine cellar, I don't necessarily need it to be commonplace. I think standard is fine for that. This is a fine place for either of these two dead-end rooms. Quest bedroom, I wouldn't have to revisit. Laundry room, I'd have to revisit if I want to use it. But I've got this pathway here, so getting to it probably wouldn't be that bad. So let's go ahead and do laundry room and use it later today after I get like the treasure trove and stuff. Maybe I don't need to use it at all. Don't really need to increase my allowance today. We'll do the laundry room just in case I end up wanting to use it. But I don't need to walk into it right now. This can be a dead-end room, so might as well be a walk-in closet. We want that. We want that. I'm going to end up with a moon pendant today, so I'm not... So I'm not going to pick those up. This is another dead-end room spot. We'll just go ahead and get our clock tower so that we know that all of our tomorrow rooms will turn into keys for the next day. There's usually some little thing at the top of the clock tower that we can go grab. It's a gem in this case. Debatable if it's worth the extra steps, but... Actually, I don't know if going to the top of the clock tower actually costs us an extra step or not. It might not. Okay, so then from here, I want to go to the utility closet, but I don't want to go through the chapel. So let's go back this way. And I'm going to the utility closet because I'm going to turn on, now that I have a key card, I'm going to turn that system on. Okay. And then we will go this way. We have the one doorway. It always makes us nervous. But now that I have a key card and the system's on, I can go outside and come up and activate these doors. And because I have a master key and a key card, I can get through them no matter what they are. So we're not stuck at all, really. Let's do the treasure trove for sure. We will go ahead and grab money. Debate is whether we should grab all the money, but I think I think we can go ahead and grab all the money. That should be fine. Because if I use the laundry and turn money into like gems, I don't really need to keep money afterwards, I don't think. I'll leave some gems behind, or some money behind just in case. But now we're going to open this. Let's get to our note-taking mode over here. So this is day 133. This is a white box, wavy lines. Has a handwritten green memo. The next 3 green memos you find in this room will all be true. Well, that is false, but will be true if the color is changed. Because it says handwritten green memos are always false. Because we have a true memo on the prior date said handwritten green memos are always false, but would be true if you change one color in the text. So in the next 3, it's going to be blue memos we find, because red memos will not ever be true. So it's going to be the next 3 blue memos we find in this room will all be true. Well, that's... blue memos are always true, so the next 3, any 3, yeah. So not useful. We're still waiting for those memos to become useful. They haven't yet. I do want that ornate compass. You know what I should have done? Before doing this doorway, I should have gone here and bought the ornate compass, but I didn't. We're gonna go ahead and do the pool, but I wish I could rotate it around. That was a mistake on my part. So before I walk in, we're gonna go buy the things that I should have bought before I opened that doorway. Duh. So we want the ornate compass. We want the moon pendant. Okay. I can use... I don't have a sledgehammer. I could use keys to open those, or I could just wait on them until like I get a morning star or something from the armory. But now I should be getting a sauna sometime today. Locker room can be good if we get a bunch more regular keys, because it gives us something we can do with those regular keys. So yeah, let's do locker room. I'll pick up this key, but I'm not going to use keys on the locker room just yet. Let's rotate the boiler room around for better room position. No, I want it's not rotating it the direction I want it to rotate it. I want it to, it's not letting me put it the rotation I want. That's frustrating because I just want it to rotate just a little bit, one over. But it's, yeah, see, it's I'm on a 90-degree rotation. It's like doing 180, or I don't know what it's doing. But it's not doing the rotation I want. But we'll go ahead and do it. So if that's all it's going to do, I might as well do the secret passage, and then I can choose a color, and I could choose green, right? I don't need to choose gold or red or anything else. Okay. Or I could just choose hallway, but let's choose Do I have a boudoir already? I do, so I don't want to choose purple. Yeah, we'll choose green and see if we can get a courtyard or something. Patio. We'll put gems in this conference room. I should be able to spin that patio. Oh, these floor plans cannot be rotated. Don't know why. But okay. So we're going to do the aquarium instead so that we have the doorway up. It's frustrating that it won't let us rotate 90 degrees. I could have a free shovel. Until I get the experiment, I don't know if I want a shovel. Because I don't need keys today. Like I have a master key, so I don't really need to dig up keys, or I don't need to dig up coins. So all that really matters is if I would need to trigger the experiment via digging things up. And we don't know that yet. We'll do the vestibule. I have a master key, so I'm not worried about the locked door. And then we're just gonna go straight across. Bedroom would connect us up. Passageway connects us here and here. That's a bit of a waste of the passageway, so let's not waste the passageway. And then before we go there, let's go ahead and go here. Let's try to rotate that lab around. Yeah, that works. So at the lab, what we'll do is we'll start the day's experiment, and we'll also change the security. We'll remote and then change security settings. Next 3 times we open a locked trunk, we already know we have at least 2. Or we could be when we eat an apple, right? But let's just do this. And we'll permanently increase our lockpicking skills. Okay. Staff announcements. There is a new staff announcement. Saturday, March 19th, 1994. I agree, but I believe that one is part of a 6x3 grid, not 9x5. So I've concluded that it does not have a connection to the estate floor plan. Noticed a few others of these that the Baron placed around the estate. I've solved the 9x5 and I've solved the 6x3 both. So don't need those. The 9x5 was the words, if we count small gates, 8 dates, correct, 8 safes, right? That was the, the letters for 1 letter for each room across the whole floor plan of the house. That's the 9x5. The 6x3 is the castle clue, 6 words, 6 3-letter words that we used in the area's court. So we solved both of those. No new emails. No new data transfers. I just always check. There never is anything new there, but it doesn't hurt to check. We're going to log into security. And I've got a master key. I've got a key card. I don't really need to change the security settings. But the reason why I'm doing it, yeah, all kinds of stuff. I left 25 coins behind in the treasure trove kind of thing, or There was 8 keys somewhere. Where are there 8 keys that I left behind? Oh, locker room spread keys. So those will all be in the conference room. So there's 8 keys in the conference room. Right, got it. And gems were spread, so there's 3 gems in the conference room as well. Okay, got it. But more important, well, not more importantly, but that was important to be reminded of that. I'm just changing this because it's less clicks to go through security doors than it is to use the master key. When we have a key card, it's just easier to go through security doors than it is to use the master key. Alrighty. I don't want to have to come back here to turn on the dark room, and I'm running out of steps. Let's rotate the classroom around. That's fine. We're about to trigger our... Okay, so let's take a look at our blue tents. We've already got the code check, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have the code check. So let's just do a... We got... The classroom gives us redraw, so we're going to do a redraw here. We do want the armory. So let's just go ahead and take the armory, and that'll give us a morning star, which we can use to open those trunks, right, in the pool. But then let's see if we can... what we can do over here. So workshop, do I already have the blue memo from the workshop? I do have the blue memo from the workshop. So I could take the Great Hall and use my master key and open all those and get access to these rooms. I think that's probably the better thing to do. And it's just another blue room I'm not putting here, but I could do some redraws, and I could do 2 redraws and still not get a blue room that fits my requirements. So do this. Okay. This one ought to have the lever. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's go. Here first. We do want a planetarium. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and draft the planetarium. We'll end our day there, but we're not going to go there yet. Now we can come over here. Study. Do we have the blue memo for the study? We do. The study is itself useful, though. I'm going to do the study because then now I can use gems for rerolls. It does mean that I have to go back around to the foundation. I did want to open these trunks. Well, we have to go to the armory, to the classroom, to the laboratory, to the vestibule regardless. So let's do that. Okay, I have 30 steps. From here I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, okay. So let's go to the pool, then we'll come back to the foundation, then we'll go outside, and then we'll go eat, and then we'll come back to the foundation. All right, let's do it that way. So let's go patio. Well, like from the pool, I don't need to come back to the foundation and go eat. I can just go to the dining room from the pool. That'll be quicker. And then just summon. Yeah, and then I can go outside and then summon the elevator to get back to the foundation. Yeah, okay. Cool. Morning Star. And then actually, I don't think I'm going to go outside to go to the foundation because I want to go to the maybe go to the locker room. We're going to go through the conference room. We'll see how it goes. Right now, from here, we'll go. I need. We'll go ahead and pick up that money because I don't need to buy anything else today, I don't think. Okay. eat. Wants us to have the boiler room. I may have skipped on the boiler room. I forget if I drafted the boiler room or if I did a redraw. I did a redraw. I don't have the boiler room. Okay. That's fine. So we can pick up all of these things. And then go to the conservatory. In order to go to the laundry room, we will exchange. We're going to exchange our gems and coins. There we go. So now we have a bunch of gems for re-rolling today. And then I'll just come back this way because I will come through the locker room. And open up lockers because I have 19 keys. I don't think there's any other rooms I need to visit on my way. I don't need the commissary. I don't need, yeah, I don't need anything else. Now here I can just basically open up lockers. Let me get to my notes that tell me which lockers to skip or not. There's certain lockers that we should skip because they're just always empty. I still want a sauna and a freezer today. I don't think I need car keys because I don't really need to get into the boot of the car today, and I don't want the moon pendant to keep car keys. So over here we skip this one, we do the rest of this row. Over here we do the whole row. There's a broken lever, but I don't, and battery pack, so I could, yeah, but I'm not gonna do anything with that today. Over here, we do the whole row. And then over here, we skip the middle one. I should have chosen eat apples as my trigger because I've eaten a number of apples now. And then over here, we skip the first and do the rest. No, the only items I might want to get rid of at the trading post would be the running shoes. But I don't know that it's worth the steps. We'll see how we're doing on steps. Because we can get to and from via the foundation. But let's go ahead and go back over here. I am skipping the shovel intentionally, not picking that up. Okay, so then we do from here. We just go over here. I want to get up to this corner eventually, but for so I could rotate this, but I also need to get down here. So I think just taking the trophy room as is fine. But I can redraw, and I need to start redrawing for things that are useful to me. Cloister of Dowja. Let's see. Let's redraw here, because I only got this one doorway, so if I block myself off, I will never do any of that. And, redraw. I'm not doing the office because I need the office. I'm just doing the office to get the doorway, and I wanted to save the cloister of Dowja for like over here or something. We'll spin the break room, and then that works for us because it's a tomorrow room. We'll go ahead and solve it because we have no reason not to. It's fun. So it's 2 squared is 4. A third of 7 squared is 2 1/3 rounded to the nearest whole number. No, it's round to the nearest whole number first. So 2 1/3 rounded to the nearest whole number is 2. Then squared is 8. No, not is 4. 4, right? 4, and then 4 multiplied by a half is 2. It's saying I'm wrong there. So let's look at this again. 7 divided by 3 is 2, which goes 6, which is 1. That's 2 1/3. Rounded to the nearest whole number is 2. Squared is 4. Times half of 1. 4 times 0.5 is 2, right? Didn't I say 2? What's it? It's saying I'm wrong, but I'm trying to figure out in what way I'm wrong. A third of 7 is 2 1/3. 2 1/3 rounded to nearest whole number is 2, which squared is 4. We don't do this. This is multiplied by 1, which would be 4. But this is a half, so that would be 2. Oh, what's this do? This is like broken? I don't know what this means at all. Oh, it could mean that before I multiply by 0.5, I've got to do something with this. Whatever black means. What could that mean? So, oh, wait a minute. This is being done twice. Let's ignore this for a moment. This is being done twice, and I was missing that. So, this is 1/3 of 7, rounded is 2, squared is 4, plus 2.3 repeating is rounded near 6, squared is 36, times 0.5 is 18. Oh, okay. So the chip on 6 meant nothing. Okay. I was just missing the fact that there were 2 times that we were doing the blue. We were doing the blue twice, not once. That's what I missed. Okay. Moving on. We want to go straight through. Go ahead and do the foyer because I don't know what else. We're looking for a sauna, but that would be a dead end. We're looking for a freezer, that would be a dead end. So if we want to go straight through, I don't know that there's anything useful that goes straight through. Other than maybe a courtyard. Let's see if I can get a courtyard. I'm not seeing a courtyard. Oh, we'll do the drawing room. I wasted some gems on rerolls there, I think. Okay. Because I never ended up with the courtyard. So let's do the silver key. And this will give me a courtyard, which is what I want. Right here. That or a cloister would have been good. There's no extra item in here. Normally there's an extra item in the courtyard. Not this time. No trunk, no sledgehammer, no shovel, whatever. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this, and this can be a dead end. So let's try to get a useful... I don't have a quest bedroom, so I'm not trying to do a allowance quest today. I mean, We can do Cloister of Dalja. That's fine. Then we do this and we say, hey, I guess I didn't do any blue memos today. Okay. I mean, because I already have the one for the study, so it is what it is. Code check would just be an extra key tomorrow, but I really want a sauna and a freezer. It's decided not to give me either a sauna or a freezer. Come on. Okay, sauna. Yay. Okay. And now I want a freezer, which I may very well not get. There we go. Freezer. That's what I wanted. There's the thing I wanted. But I can't really retrieve the key or the gems to add to my thing. I could go to the sauna. I could go right to the sauna, unfreeze my assets, and then I could go to the armory, get a flaming torch, melt those things in the freezer to acquire them, then refreeze my assets. I don't know that would work that way, so we're just going to chill. Oh, wait, we're not going to end the day here. We're going to end the day in the planetarium. So now we're just going to walk over to, we're going to go away to get to the planetarium, and we'll end our day in the planetarium. Having accomplished, you know, the few things we attempted to accomplish today, which is just basically set up for the next day, day 134. I'm not going to bother trying to get rid of the running shoes at the trading post because I just don't want to spend the time. Let's here we need to go up. And then we go over here. And we will... Oh, I think the planetarium is now supposed to have a reroll die. Oh, it's right there. I should have stepped in and picked that up earlier, and I didn't. I forgot that because we... So let's use the telescope again. Ooh. Dalja the Untamed. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain one trunk. So the planetarium is getting more and more powerful because it will have a reroll die and a trunk. And yeah, okay, cool. So taking a telescope to the planetarium is very useful. Good to know. Good to know. Let's go ahead and call it a day here. And we've done all the things we intended to do. Alrighty. All right. Day 133, Mount Holly Garden Shopping Center of tomorrow. 5 green rooms, 7 shop rooms, 5 tomorrow rooms. Total rooms 44. Rank reached 9. Steps taken 96. Items found 6. So we set ourselves up pretty good for day 134. It's basically all, you know, this is just a setup day. And we're just doing each day to set up the next day until we can get to the next like puzzle solving day, which for us I think will be the next time we, or a couple days after we can get a shrine and set up Blessing of the Monk, right? And then get treasure trove and all that. So until then, we're just biding our time, because I don't know what else to work on besides that black key treasure trove chest thingy. Okay. And trying to get a power hammer down to the tomb, which did not happen day 132. Either of the day 132s did not happen today. It could happen day 134. Who knows? But at any rate, but we've set ourselves up pretty well because we ended in the planetarium and we have a morning star, so that's 3 more stars. We've added more capabilities, more rewards to the planetarium by using the telescope, so that's good. Now that we know we can do that, that's good. We ended the day with the sauna, so we're going to have 20 extra steps. We ended the day with the freezer, so we're going to have some frozen gems and coins. So we won't be immediately hurting for gems tomorrow. We have a moon pendant and a bunch of useful items. It will probably pick the least useful items, but we do have that. We have a clock tower and a number of tomorrow rooms, so we should also start with a number of keys tomorrow. So all in all, not a bad setup day. Okay. Thank you for being with me for day 133. We will see you guys back here for day 134. Have a good one. Bye. Hello. Okay, we're going to get going on to day 134 of Blueprints. Let's get it going. Oh, I forgot to bring up my spreadsheet of notes. I need to bring that up on another monitor. On the other monitor, I mean. Okay. Alrighty, we have 90 steps because we ended day 133 with the sauna. We have 2 gems from the gemstone cavern, 67 gems and 62 coins from the freezer, 4 keys from a clock tower, and 4 total tomorrow rooms. I'm going to pick up our allowance, so now, which was like, our allowance is 160, so now we're at 222 coins. Oh, and we had a moon pendant and it chose itself in the running shoes. Really bad choices. I mean, choosing itself, but choosing running shoes, it did not choose the master key or the emerald bracelet or anything very useful. Running shoes. That's what it's going to let me start with. I'll do a tomb in case I can make a power hammer and can go down here and try to break some suspicious looking walls. And I might even be wrong about the walls. They might not be breakable. They just look suspicious. Like I want to test it out, you know, with a power hammer. Some spots on the walls. It'll probably not be, it probably won't, they probably won't be breakable. It's probably just a waste, but that's fine. I'd rather rule it out than, you know, wonder about it. We did not get offered the shrine today. We're just kind of spinning our wheels until we're offered a shrine, and then we would take the blessing of the monk. And so until that happens, we're just kind of wasting time. If you don't like me, phrasing it wasting time, well, that's kind of what it is. We're just burning time. So, I don't have Banner of the King. I have Mantle of the Knight. So I have to just kind of hope for a showroom and a, that will give us a master key. Can't really make it happen. So until then, we need to collect keys. But let's hold off on the reading nook and do the veranda. I don't necessarily want to pick up. I have a moon pendant in my right now, so I don't want to pick up things that I don't want tomorrow, so I'm not going to pick up the metal detector. I'm going to go ahead and do a dining room because of the doorways. Do a den. Actually, we'll do a garage and get some keys. The den will be offered to us again, I'm sure. But, we might need these keys sooner rather than later. Let's do the conference room. Make sure it has no items to pick up. Okay. Before I go up, I'll try to go back down. We will want to end our day in a planetarium, I presume. So I'm going to go ahead and draft the planetarium now. And it has a reroll die. It has a trunk. I'm going to go ahead and open that with a key. It might be a waste of a key. I don't know when I'll be getting a sledgehammer or morning star. We're getting coins in the conference room whenever we draft a dead-end room. We'll go ahead and do a den. We don't need the gem. We're just more or less doing it for the doorway. We do want a showroom to appear. We will take the observatory for sure. By the way, it had a reroll die in a trunk in the planetarium because 2 times we went into the planetarium with a telescope, and every time we go into the planetarium with a telescope and look through the telescope, we can click on whatever new planet is shown there, and it adds a benefit to the planetarium. But we want to do this, and it adds another word. Add a word to Spiral Stars, then gain 1 key and 1 gem for what? Diamond Major. I don't know that I'm going to do Southern Cross today, because that might give me some red room, like archives and weight room, which I do not want. So let's not do that. Okay. It's a sledgehammer. I'm gonna wait to pick that up. I can't get through that doorway just yet. We do want more keys and tomorrow rooms in case we get a clock tower. So let's go ahead and do this. Alrighty, so we've got 3 times 7 is 21. Minus 25 is -4. Wait a minute. 3? Oh, it's 2 separate occurrences of negatives. That's what it is. Okay. So 3 times 7 is 21. Minus 5 is 16. Reverse the digits is 61. Minus 10 is 51. Reverse the digits is 15. 10 divided by 4 is 10/4. It's basically 2.5. No, it's not 2.5. 10. Yeah, it's 2.5, right? Yeah, that's 2.5. So 2.5 plus 3 is 5.5 plus 2.5 again is... Okay, that's 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 plus 3 is 8. Two regular keys. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the passageway. At some point I might have to do the utility closet. Let's see what the commissary is selling. No. Well, I could start the lab experiment and get into security, but let's do this. I don't need to buy any of those things, okay? At least not right now. I'm gonna do the co-check just to have another tomorrow room. I'm not gonna step into it. It will have added coins to our conference room, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. We're gonna do the drawing room. This is a doorway we can't get through right now. I think this doorway we can. But we're gonna do the drawing room so that we have access here and here. Okay, down here. We do want the treasure trove. We do. Study is also useful for us. Let's do the study, and we think the treasure trove will come back again. We think it will. But this will let us use gems for rerolls, and we have a lot of gems right now. Get some doorways. Mailroom, we don't need to walk into it yet. But now we're going to come back down here. Come over here. Oh, armory. I do want the armory. But I need a utility closet. We'll take a chance on getting the utility closet and just go ahead and get the Morning Star. Okay. So now I can bust open chests with the Morning Star. There's a battery here. There's a sledgehammer here. If I find a broken lever, I will make a power hammer. But at the moment, I don't have one. Okay. So I cannot get through this doorway at the moment. But I should be able to get through this doorway. I just got to be careful. Showroom, definitely. I would like a master key. Yes. I will also take an emerald bracelet. I'm going to hold off on all the rest of that. Because I don't want the moon pendant choosing like Silver Spoon or something. He'll probably choose running shoes yet again. It's retarded that way. So master key. Do courtyard, which has a shovel. I'm not going to pick up said shovel. Okay, I should start using some rerolls. So let's get ourselves like a secure. Oh, we'll take a pull. I was going to reroll for like a security office, but we'll take a pull. Alrighty, so then. I would really like a security office, so let's redraw. Music room might have a key card. That is, it does. Okay, that was a good gamble. Okay. So now I can get, now I don't have to worry about any doors. I can draft whatever rooms I want. Okay. I can't get stuck. That's good. Office would let me go over here, but it doesn't do much else for me. I don't need the utility closet anymore. Oh, another passageway. I must have two in my thing via like a mirror chamber must have given me a second copy of passageway and I forgot that it did. We'll take passageway. It's a fine position for a passageway. This is okay for aquarium. I doubt we're going to do an allowance quest, but you never know. We might. Don't really need the keys. I do need a treasure trove again. I passed on it when it was first offered. I don't really need a laundry room today. I don't think. Let's try to get something more useful. Yeah, we'll take a sauna for sure. Okay. And then let's go down. We don't really need a throne room. Let's doesn't hurt us any, but we don't need it. I won't get to the foundation this way, but that's fine. I can come up to the foundation from outside. Let's take a clock tower. Because that's a useful room for having keys for tomorrow. So I have a sauna. I have a bunch of gems. I could look for a freezer. I could actually do a laundry room, even though I passed on it. But it's not critical. Again, we're just trying to set ourselves up for some resources for tomorrow, for the next day, because there's nothing we're going to really accomplish today. Like, no, but until we get a shrine or we can make a power hammer or something, you know, like, I will try to make a power hammer today, but I need to find a lever. Let's redraw here. Let's see if the attic will have a broken lever. Brass compass, I don't want. Secret garden key, I don't know that I want that. I'll pick it up. It doesn't hurt. I just have to remember to use it. I'm not going to pick up the magnifying glass because I don't want that at the moment. I already used the magnifying glass down in the tomb. It didn't really show me anything new. And I'm not seeing a broken lever anywhere. Yeah, if I can get a locker room, maybe a broken lever will be in the locker room. All right, let's see. I don't want any of these. Still don't want any of those because I want a doorway through. I guess we're gonna take the foyer. It's not great. I can retry. Treasure trove. I do want treasure trove. Ooh. I'll take the treasure trove, and that just means I'm going to have to go the long way to here. Or like go out. What I'll do is I'll just go back and then like go outside and then come in the foundation. Less than ideal, but that's what we'll do. So much money. More money than we could possibly need. So much money. Look at all the money. Okay. We're gonna do our note. Black box moon. This is the real reason why we needed to do treasure trove, not for the money, just for the note. For the memo. We're hoping to eventually get to like useful memos, but we don't know if and when the memos will start being useful. Okay, day 134. Black box. Moon. As you've always suspected, there is more to the den than meets the eye. Okay. The next 4 memos marked by moon contain false statements. So this is false. There is not more than meets the eye in the den. Alrighty. So now we need to go all the way down to the drawing room. And then rather than go outside, I guess I will go this way, because then I can eat on the way. So yeah, we're going to go to the drawing room. And we're going to go over to the passageway down to the break room. from the break room. We're going to go here. And then we're going to go over here. Because we want to go up to the dining room, eat. It wants us to have a trophy room, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and eat anyway, even though I don't have a trophy room yet. Not really expecting to get a trophy room today. I mean, do I really want to waste the time going around collecting all these coins? Might as well. So much coins. Alrighty. Then we go to the den. From here, we're going to go over here. We are able to get through this doorway. We'll do a, well, I'd like to connect to the foundation, but that might not happen. We'll try a reroll. Redraw. We'll just do a tunnel. It's not a room that does anything for us, but it will get us to the foundation. And then this is a convenient way to go, like we can go outside. It's a shortcut to go outside, you know. But from here, we're just gonna go over here. Do a great hall, because then that will give us lots of doors. Or a door in every direction, you know. You get what I'm saying. More opportunities to draft more rooms. Plus, we'll pick up some resources and we'll open up the door to the antechamber in case we decide to do an allowance quest or something. But mainly we're just doing it for the doorways. Alright. But we might as well do this while we're here. And I have a secret garden key, so I should use that at some point. Okay, let's go down first. Yeah, I mean, we can do a quest bedroom. It's not going to hurt us to do so. We might not end up doing the quest, depending upon our steps, but drafting the quest bedroom ain't hurting anything. This, however, I do want doorway, so we're going to do that because it gives us some doorways. Oh, I should have done the secret garden key. I forgot I was right on the edge. Let's redraw. I'm fine with the chapel. Okay. All right, broken lever. So we're going to pick up the broken lever. Nice. And we have to go get the other components. We've already opened that door, so let's flip around to open the other door. And the advantage to this is if I connect to that, then I can get from this side of the house to that side of the house up here, which will be more convenient than otherwise. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... let's see if it's selling bacon and eggs. It is. We'll do that, and so that maybe we get a morning room. Okay, we want a useful room. We have a clock tower, we have a sauna, so tomorrow room is useful. So what am I kind of looking for? Tomorrow room is useful. Maybe a freezer. Morning room. You've done the treasure trove. So yeah, maybe a freezer. I should have just chosen the tomorrow room when it was available. Late in the day, we could see what our experiment is. It's probably too late to trigger it, but we can... mess with it nevertheless. Each time you draft a tomorrow room, gain a star. Then, okay, yeah. And we'll just try, we might trigger that maybe once, because we might do a tomorrow room up. I don't know if we will or won't. So now, go back. We should have enough steps. Security is not a tomorrow room, but it is a room that connects to that. So what am I looking for? Are all tomorrow rooms? Not all tomorrow rooms are dead ends, right? Are all tomorrow rooms dead end rooms? I don't recall, honestly. I really want like a morning room, I think. But I don't know if that's, I can't remember if that's dead end or not. Oh, I should have done the break room. The break room was right there and I passed it. Oops. I was clicking too quick. No, okay, my bad. I screwed up. Alrighty. So I won't be getting to the antechamber from here. I should have taken the break room when it showed up. That's a tomorrow room, but now I want like a freezer or a morning room. It's not going to give me what I want. Nope. No freezer, no tomorrow room. I didn't trigger the... I did not trigger the... never triggered the experiment today. It's fine. Okay. So we got several things we want to do with our steps. So first, we need to get back to the foundation, back to here. Foundation, go over here, go here. Pick this up. And then we want to go yeah. We have plenty of steps, so we're not going to worry about it. I was inefficient and didn't trigger the, I should have taken the break room when it, either of the times that it was offered. It was offered to me twice, and I passed on it both times that I should have taken it, but regardless. Okay. We do want to end our day in a planetarium, but we're not going to end our day yet. So, okay, the other workshop is right over there, so I just need to go over here. And we'll go up to the mail room, because why not? I have plenty of steps. Okay, so we're gonna construct our power hammer. Which we're going to then we're going to take to the tomb and see if we can break down any of those suspicious looking wall indentations. There are certain walls with certain indentations. Be like, oh, is this a spot to, you know, bust open? I'm not going to pick up either of those things because I don't want the moon pendant to keep them. We're going to go straight up because we're going to do our allowance quest right now while we're up this way. Do allowance quest. Okay. Now we're going back to we go outside now and go to the tomb. All right. Remember when it was difficult for us to get money? Now it's like money's not an issue to get. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, this is looks like it's indented. So I thought maybe a power hammer would bust it open, but no. So that's probably going to be the case for all of those indented walls. They just look like they want a power hammer, but you can't actually use a power hammer against them. I mean, that looks like it's a block sticking out, and yet, which is odd, but it won't. Yeah, it's not letting me use. See, this is another wall indentation. I was like, oh, is it going to let me use a power hammer here? Apparently, I wasted all that effort to get a power hammer in a tomb for no good reason. But I had no way of knowing if it was going to work or not until I tried it. I had to try. Oh, well. We got a power hammer. We tried the suspicious looking wall indentations. And bust open. Oh well. Now we know. Basically, we know that, or so far as we believe, there's nothing more to do in the tomb. We used the power. We tried using the power hammer. Nothing happened. We did a magnifying glass the other day, prior day, and looked at those books. Now we know. Now we know. So I made a power hammer for no good reason. Alrighty, we want to end our day at the planetarium, which is right over here, not very far from us. I don't think there's anything else we need to do today. Or that we could do today. So yeah, we're gonna call it a day here. All right, this was day 134, Mount Holly Garden Shopping Center of Tomorrow. 4 green rooms, 6 shop rooms, 6 tomorrow rooms. Total rooms 44, rank reached 9. Steps taken 122. Items found 11. And all that we've really done is, again, just set ourselves carry forward for day 135. We're just kind of in a holding pattern until we can get the shrine again. So, alrighty. Well, thanks for being with me for day 134. We will see you guys back here for day 135. Alright. Have a good one. Bye. Alrighty, so we're going to get going on day 135 of Blueprints. Let's get it going. So day 134, we just kind of set ourselves up with resources for day 135. We're in a holding pattern a bit until we can get a shrine. Like, I'm kind of out of things to work on other than getting the black key, which is in the code check right now, to the special Orendia chest in the treasure trove, but that only appears in the treasure trove when the treasure trove is drafted outside, which we can only make happen via blessing of the monk. So right now we had a moon pendant and it has chosen the running shoes and the master key. Running shoes maybe not as useful, master key definitely useful. I don't have a lot of gems today because I didn't get a freezer at the end of day 134. So we'll hope to get a showroom and buy an emerald bracelet pretty quickly. We do have 5 keys because we had a clock tower and 5 tomorrow rooms. 90 steps because we had a sauna. We're at 119 stars and 162 allowance, which we're about to pick up our allowance. Let's do that. All right, let's go see if we get a shrine today. For a while we wanted a tomb. We've done a tomb twice. We did a tomb with the magnifying glass, which we used on the new manuscripts. It didn't really reveal a whole lot. And then we did tomb again with a power hammer because I thought there were some wall sections that would break down, but I was wrong. Ah, shrine. Perfect. Now we have to be careful here because we have to choose. We want blessing of the monk. And I've been thinking about this. I think we can do blessing of the monk for... Do I do it for 3 days, which is the standard, or do I add 16 more coins to make it 4 days? So it's 14 if I only want it for 3 days. And it is 30 if I want it for 4 days. I think we're just going to do for 3 days. So we're going to do 14 coin. This should be blessing of the monk for 3 days. Blessing of the monk for 3 days. Perfect. We're going to leave the cursed cask alone. Okay. So now our goal today is to draft the treasure trove and end our day in the treasure trove. Everything else is kind of extra. Okay. It's lockpick kit. I'm not going to pick that up at the moment. I might end up with a moon pin. Okay, so there's the treasure trove. So we're definitely going to do that. And we'll pick up all that money. And we're going to get the note, but the important thing is we're going to end our day in the treasure trove so that day 136 we can draft the treasure trove outside. That's the important thing. So day 136 is going to be our first attempt to try to draft the treasure trove outside, assuming we remember to end our day in the treasure trove today, and get code check on the same day. But right now, let's go ahead and open this. Get myself ready for... So this is day 135. White box sun. We're having to write down the characteristics because there are notes that say if boxes have certain characteristics, blah, blah, blah. The symbol infinity, or 8 on its side, is used to denote the unknown, death, and the number 8. Okay? The unknown, death, and number 8. And that is a true statement. Yeah, useful or not, cannot say, but it is true. Okay, so now I want a gem before I get a showroom. This is, we'll hold off on the sledgehammer because I might get a morning star. If I do security, then I'll need 2 gems before. But otherwise, I'm doing a Alrighty. We're gonna do this, but that means I need 2 gems before I can do a showroom. So setting it to high because I presume I'm going to either get a key card or or turn off the power via the utility closet. I could be wrong. But we're also going to log into the network and start today's experiment. There is a new staff announcement. Sunday, March 20th, 1994. I remember when Mr. Nogula first discovered the letters on the statue in the cloister. He thought they were graffiti and attempted to scrub them off. I had to gently inform him that random letters or randomly missing letters found under the Baron's watch should not be considered out of place. We already solved the puzzle involving the letters on the statue in the cloister. What is today's lab experiment? Whenever we spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. I'm gonna say the next 3 times we open a locked trunk. No, I'll say whenever we spend 2 more gems drafting a room, because I don't know if I'm going to be getting an emerald bracelet or not. But the showroom requires 2 gems, so it will trigger at least once. Like, if I'm going to get an emerald bracelet, I will have spent 2 gems to get in the showroom before I get the emerald bracelet, so... Alright, well now I'm in a pickle. Because I've made security level high, so security doors might start appearing. I have no gems. Showroom's going to show up while I have no gems, guaranteed. Let's do a den to get a gem, for sure. But I also need a parlor. Or a storeroom. Let's go here and see if we can, and see if it's going to give me a storeroom. Shoot, no, it's offered me the showroom, but the boudoir will give me a gem as well. So, but it offered me a showroom when I didn't have 2 gems. I don't know the next time it's going to offer me the showroom. It might be a while or never. All right, so now I have 2 gems. Let's do a conference room. I'm not seeing a key card. I need to make sure I don't miss a key card if it's offered to me. We'll do the hallway. I don't need the code check yet, because I need the code check when the treasure trove is outside, and today it's inside. I also have to remember not to not to end my day in a planetarium today like I've been doing, because I need to end my day in the treasure trove. I got to remember that. It's bad news if I don't remember that. Okay. Let's do a parlor, get ourselves a couple more gems. Well, try to get ourselves a couple more gems. There's been a couple times when I failed to solve the parlor's logic puzzle. The statement matching this statement is on an empty box. The gems are in a box with a false statement. There's at least one true statement on this box. Okay. The statement matching this statement is on an empty box. The gems are in a box with 3 statements. There are an equal number of true and false statements. The gems are in a box with a true statement. The gems are in a box with a false statement. That actually could both be true, because it could be a box with that's mixed. So there are... That's 3 statements, 2 statements. That's 8 total statements. But one of these boxes has to be completely true and the other has to be completely false. So there has to be, or this cannot be completely false because the gems have to be in the box and that box has statements which have to be true or false. So this cannot be the completely false box. This can be mixed, but it can't be completely false. So that means that one of the boxes with 3 statements is completely false. So there are at least 3 false statements. Then there are 5 statements remaining. In order for there to be an even number, basically there could be only one more false statement amongst all of these. No. Yeah, okay. So one of these boxes with 3 statements is completely false. That's 3 false statements. Then there'd have to be one more false statement amongst the other 2 boxes, with the rest being true. That is possible. The gems... Well, okay, here's the problem. If the gems are in here, the gems are in a box with a true statement, the gems are in a box with a false statement. One of those could be true, the other could be false, and theoretically that works. Okay, if this was completely false, the statement matching this statement is on an empty box. If that is false, then the gems have to be in the black box. The gems are in a box with a false statement would have to be false, so the black box would have to be completely true. There's at least one true statement on this box. If this is completely false, then that's false, right? So if this is completely false, then the black box has to be completely true and have the gems. The statement matching this statement is on an empty box, could be true. The gems are in a box with 3 statements, could be true. There are an equal number of true and false statements. That could be true because the gems are in a box with a true statement would be true. The gems are in a box with a false statement would be false. So that'd be 3 false, 1 true and 1 false, 3 true. So that'd be 4 and 4 and making this completely true. So that is a possible world. The gems are in the black box and the black box is completely true. If the black box is completely false, because we know that one of the 2 black boxes with 3 statements has to be completely false, because the white box cannot be completely false. So one of the other 2 has to be completely false. The statement matching this statement is on an empty box. If that is false, then the gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box with 3 statements. Well, that can't be... Oh, wait a minute. If this is completely false, that can't be false. If the gems are in the blue box, which if the statement... So this cannot be a completely false box. This box cannot be completely false. this box cannot be completely false. Ergo, this box must be completely false, which forces this box to be completely true and forces the gems to be here. Okay. We do want a clock tower. We like having the keys. And we'll go see what's at the top of the clock tower. Okay, just a couple coins. We really want a showroom at this point. We were offered a showroom when we didn't have 2 gems. Now I have some gems. I'd like a showroom. But I also kind of need a utility closet before too long as well. I have a doorway to here, a doorway to here, and a doorway to here. So. Let's see what this does. We do want the observatory. Now I'm gonna get myself in trouble with gems again. I'm back down to 2. Hopefully let's see if the observatory will give me some gems. It gives me Florealis and Spiral of the Stars, which adds the word each. Add a word to the Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key and 1 gem for each something, right? Okay, Florealis means green rooms will give us gems. Okay, I have a gem because the observatory gave me a gem, so I could spend it at the commissary. Maybe the commissary will let me buy useful things, who knows. No, not really. We're not going to buy anything at the commissary, as it turns out. Veranda will have Florealis, but that'll probably only be a single gem. It would cost 2 gems. I think I'm better off just doing the utility closet before I run into security doors. So. Okay, so now I'm set for security doors. We'll go ahead and do the dining room. I really want showroom. Is it going to give me showroom? Showroom, pool, these are things I want. Armory. Okay, I'm going to do the pool. And before I step into the pool, I'm going to, because I haven't gotten the armory yet, I'm going to go back to this workshop and pick up that, or is it this workshop? No, this workshop and pick up that hammer. The sledgehammer. Oh, I didn't mean to go into the boudoir. I meant to go here. I'm wasting steps. Okay. So with this sledgehammer, I can open those chests and hopefully get my gem back. Alright. That's keys. I'm really hoping that it gives me a replacement gem. Nope, just a bunch of keys. Alright, so I'm down to 1 gem. That sucks. We'll do the break room. I need to find another gem somewhere. Alright. This is 2 times 6 is 12. A third rounded to the nearest whole number. No, this is a third twice because it's times 2. So this is 2/3 rounded to the nearest whole number is 1. Squared is 1. Plus 2/3 rounded to the nearest whole number is 2. Squared is 4. Minus 4 minus 2/3 is 3 1/3. Plus 2/3 is 4. And then squared is 16. All right. I think this is a fine place for a silver key. And we can do a passageway. Okay. Didn't I do the thing in security? Did I not? Did I screw up in security? I thought I changed it to unlocked. Don't I usually? Did I not save those settings? Oh, I apparently did not save the change to unlocked mode. Well, that sucked. That's a lot of wasted steps. That's a lot of wasted steps. Alright. No, I need a gem. Where am I gonna? I need a storeroom. Basically. Quest bedroom might have a gem. It sometimes does. No, it has a key card. Which I don't need now. I need a gem. We're going to do the gymnasium for the extra doorways that it gives. And I've got it turned off so it won't penalize us. Oh, Florealis. We can get gems from here. Yep, that works. I forgot about Florealis. Yeah. So we just take these gems. There we go. We got the gems we needed. Okay. So give me showroom. Not showroom, but I'll take drawing room. It costs a gem, but it'll give me a gem back. And then we'll go over here. I'm going to redraw. There's showroom. I mean, I also want sauna, but I need showroom first. Yes, sell me that emerald bracelet. Sell me that ornate compass. It's not selling me a moon pendant, though. So I might as well buy the silver spoon. And I guess I will buy a chronograph for shits and giggles. Without a moon pendant, it doesn't matter. I can pick up all the items. But now I can get all around again. Okay. Because I have an emerald bracelet, a master key, and I can get through security doors, so we're good to go. So at this point, I might want to study so I can use gems for rerolls. Might as well pick up a shovel, might as well shovel. I have no reason not to now that I don't have a moon pendant. Okay. We do want a sauna, so let's go ahead and take the sauna. I realize it's not getting us to the foundation today. But it's one of the rooms that we want. We have a clock tower already. Okay, let's go back over here and see if we can do a room with an animal off the cloister of Dowja. But we'll first just, well, might as well go ahead and do this room. This is another tomorrow room. Plus, it'll have items for us once we reach level 8. So that's fine. But now let's go here. And let's try to trigger Cloister of Dowja by doing a room with an animal. Well, the aquarium has goldfish, right? That should count. And it did. The water's drained, so I don't see the goldfish at the moment, but it definitely has them. Or had them. When it's not drained. Dead fish. Alrighty, so now what do we want to do? Let's go back over here. Yeah, because basically our doorways are here or go outside and come back up here for this doorway. Because we've dead-ended, you know, other paths. But that's fine. We accomplished today's major goal. We got, oh, okay. Don't need, well, the planetarium will have a reroll die and a chest. Don't want the freezer just yet. I want the freezer later in the day. Let's go ahead and do a redraw. Let's redraw again. Yeah, we'll take the patio, and that's going to just put gems in the conference room right here. But, yeah. But it should also have Florealis. And again, we're collecting gems for, like, if we get a study, so we can use them for rerolls. But also, if I can get a laundry, I could turn my money into gems, and then maybe get a freezer. Right. So. I don't want a freezer just yet. Okay, I'm dead ending regardless. I said I don't want a freezer yet, but what I can do is I can go to the sauna to unfreeze my accounts. So look, we're going to do the freezer, and then we're going to go unfreeze our accounts, and then we'll freeze before we call it a day. So I will freeze, not even bother walking in, and then we're going to go straight to the sauna to thaw ourselves out. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to go outside and so I can come back here. And technically I have an allowance quest today, but I'm not going to necessarily worry about it. But I have 70 steps, so when I come down here, I'll go through the conference room and pick up stuff on the way. Not fruit, but I will pick up gems, right. Okay, so we go here to the, from here we're going to go to the dining room, not be able to eat yet, then go to the den to the boudoir. Conference room, pick up some more gems. And then from the conference room, we want to go here because we're trying to go outside. We're just doing extra stuff. As long as we leave ourselves enough steps to end the day in the treasure trove, which is real near the entrance hall, then we're good. Everything else is kind of gravy. Everything else we do today is just gravy. Especially because I don't have a moon pendant, so I'm not going to be able to carry forward items to the next day. So, there we go. There's our elevator. I do not have rerolls at the moment. So because I do not have rerolls at the moment, there's no reason for me not to dig up this. Because I don't have rerolls, I'll be at the mercy of whatever this one door is. I can rotate it, because I do have an ornate compass, but I can't reroll. We're gonna do passageway for sure. Then when we go over here, we definitely want the armory so that we can buy this to give us another star. Okay. Might as well buy this in case we end up doing a weight room or archives. We're not going to be able to use, we have no spot where we can use the secret garden key. Just FYI. I can rotate, but that's not going to help me. So I'm not going to get up to this corner. In fact, this is the last room of the, well, this, if I do any of these will be the last room of the day. So I basically have to do the foyer just to not end my day. I've already gotten the blue memo from the music room, right? It's right here. Yeah. So from the foyer, can I continue my day, or is this the end? Basically, we'll do vestibule. And then this will end my day. So we might as well just do a tomorrow room. It really doesn't matter which of these I do. I'm going to do a trick with the code check, because we got a note that says the code check is a little more probable the day after we check an item. So what we're going to do is we're going to retrieve the black key. The key varies. Okay. Now we're going to check the key varies. And that should make the code check a little more probable the following day, which is what we want. So we didn't get to freeze any of this stuff. We did get a sauna. We won't get to keep any of these items. So basically, 20 extra steps is the only thing we're going to carry forward from the sauna. You know, is the only thing we're going to carry forward. So now I have to go back to the foundation, go outside, come inside, and end my day in the treasure trove. There's really nothing else to do. Oh no, I can go. No, I need to freeze my accounts as they are, and then go to treasure troves. But I still need to go outside. Yeah, so I have to go outside, come back Yeah. Freezing 10 gems, 116 coin is not as good as like if I had gotten a laundry and been able to turn that into a whole bunch of gems to freeze, but we should still, we got enough steps, which we should because we're going to eat at the dining room on our way. But as long as we end our day in the treasure trove, the major task for the day will have been accomplished. Okay. We should have enough steps for everything we're trying to do right now. Alrighty, so we go conference room, boudoir, den, dining room, then pool. Yeah. Okay. Nothing more to pick up here. We're just going here to get to here to get to here, over to here. We'll eat this. Don't have a furnace, doesn't matter. We're just trying, but we have a silver spoon, so yeah, we got plenty of steps now. So now we go to pool, to the aquarium, passageway over to the patio, to the freezer. Freeze our accounts so that we have 10 extra gems and 116 extra coin. And then we're going to retrace our steps. I could have dug up the cloister for a few coins extra to freeze, but I didn't think of it, and I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to go thaw myself out to do that and then refreeze myself. I'm not going to worry about it. Extra coins has never been our issue, and it's not going to give us extra gems. So now we just have to get over here and end our day in the treasure trove. Easy peasy. Of course, that's not the way to the treasure trove. I'm wasting steps. I say easy peasy, and then I go the wrong direction. But okay, so we're going to call it a day here. Good day. Good day. Alrighty. So what we've done, we only triggered our experiment once for an extra star, but we have a morning star for an extra star. We have a sauna. We froze our accounts, so we'll get 10 extra gems and 116 extra coin the following day. We have Blessing of the Monk, and we are ending our day in the treasure trove, so that will let us draft the treasure trove outside on day 136. And then if we do the code check and get the black key, use that in the thing, hopefully that will advance the story, right? And that is hopefully what we need to do to advance the story. All right, let's go ahead and call it a day. All righty. So, day 135, Mount Holly Garden Shopping Center of tomorrow. 4 green rooms, 4 shop rooms, 6 tomorrow rooms. Total rooms 38, rank reached 8, steps taken 86, items found 7. All right, but we did the major thing we needed to do. Thank you for being with me for day 135. We will see you back again for day 136. Should be a good 136. Will hopefully be a little more exciting than the last few days have been, because hopefully we'll be able to finally open the outdoor treasure Orindia treasure chest and see what's inside and progress the story that way. Alrighty. Thanks for being with me. Have a good one. Bye. Hello. Let's get going on day 136. Okay. Let's not screw up today. We have the potential to maybe do something cool today, but we have to not screw it up. Alrighty. So the potential is that we have Shrine of the Monk. So what we need to do... Okay, so we have 90 steps because we had a sauna. We have we have some gems, some extra gems and some extra coin because we ended the day with the freezer yesterday. We did not have a moon pendant, so no extra items. But what we can do is we can draft. I'll go ahead and pick up my allowance. So with the allowance, we have 278 coin. And with 12 gems, we should be able to not worry about gems for a while until we can get a showroom. We have 5 keys because we had a clock tower. But what we're really trying to do today is we ended the day. I'm going to switch my other monitor over to my notes. We ended day 135 in the treasure trove. So we should be... Per the rules of the monk, we should be allowed to draft the treasure trove here outside. Okay. So drafted outside, it has this really special looking chest, right? Right. So this requires a particular key. I think that key is the key of Aries, which is in the code check. So we need to go to code check. I could pick up all of these coin right now, but let's not pick all that coin up right now because I don't need all that coin at the moment. We might do a laundry thing and exchange our gems for our coins and then come pick up all these coins, right? So that'll be a cash reserves if we need that money. But right now, so our main priority today is to get a coat check and get the key and bring it back out here to the treasure trove. Okay. Priority numero uno. There it is, coat check. I'm going to just do it right now, immediately. Awesome. Very first room we drafted. Okay. So now, this would be cool. We get to do this. I was like, is the game going to cheat and make us go through the whole day scrambling to try to get a code check and not give it to us? But now we have the key of Aries. This should open this chest here. One would hope. And it does. The Royal Scepter. When you pick up the Royal Scepter, choose a color. Floor plans of the chosen color are more common today, so it's like Banner of the King. If you call it in a day room matching the chosen color, if you call it a day in a room matching the chosen color, Royal Scepter will not be lost at the end of the day. Okay. So we need to end our day in a color of room matching so Where would we want to end our day? We want to end our day. I mean, but whatever color is also going to be more common. But I don't necessarily want to end my day in a shop room, even though I want shops. I could end my day in a blue room, like the observatory, for instance, or a break room, right? But that would make blue rooms more common today. Blue rooms are already pretty common. I could do black, but that's... I don't really want to end my day in a black room. But this is cool, Royal Scepter, okay. And the Jiren Royal Scepter, okay. And I think we need the scepter and the crown in the throne room. Let's presume I'm going to end my day in, like, the planetarium, to be a blue room. Okay, so I'm going to pick blue, and I have to remember to end my day in the planetarium. Or in a blue, or I have to end my day in a blue room so that I can keep the scepter. Okay. Another reason to choose blue is the crown is already blue. Like I said, I'll come back for those coins if I need them. Okay, so that's cool. So we opened up the thing. We got a royal scepter. We still have the key of Aries on us. We could also coat check the royal scepter if we didn't want to end our day in a blue room. Maybe that's what I should have done, is picked gold and then coat checked the royal scepter. Okay. We'll go ahead and pick up a sledgehammer. Let's do the break room. I might never see a gold room. I might not see nothing but blue rooms because of the whole royal scepter color I chose. But it's still pretty exciting. Okay, so we got a royal scepter. Okay. So let's see. There was a picture of us sitting on the throne in the throne room wearing a crown. Well, I say us, a boy, which I think represents us. In the original manuscript of Red Prince down in the tomb, it had a picture. And it showed... I think I can just maybe show you said picture. Here. Show you what I'm talking about. One moment. Yeah, okay. So... in the Red Prince original manuscript, under magnification, the little Red Prince, he's sitting on the throne, right? He's got the crown, scepter. We know where the crown is in room 46. We've got the scepter right now. And then he's holding something else. I don't know if this is this might be the cursed effigy, because I haven't run across anything else that is that general shape that you can hold. And it would be kind of on par for the game that we would have to use the cursed effigy for something other than being cursed. Like, to like you know, do something positive with it. It's not just a curse. But I could be wrong. But we could try getting a throne room and getting with a royal scepter, the crown, and that doesn't work, you know, and then like a cursed effigy, which we can't get today because we don't have a shrine today, but on a future day if we get a shrine, right? Then yeah. Anyway, that's the thought. But back to this. Okay. So 16 minus 5 is 11 times 2 is 22 divided by 11 is 2. Okay. So this is just 2 because all of them are X'd out except for certain ones, but this one has no operations. This one has no operations. This one has a single operation, which is plus 4, but it's halved, so it's going to be plus 2. Alrighty. Key card. Nice. I'm recording in my notes that we did the thing with the using the key. An outdoor treasure trove using black key. Gave us royal scepter. I'll have to make some sort of note as far as like what the royal scepter does. All right. I've updated my notes. Okay, so we've done that. So I would like a showroom, but it's just going to give me a bunch of blue rooms. There's a planetarium that I want eventually, but I don't need it right this second. We might not see any other color besides blue today. It's all blue. Blue might not have been the right choice. Basically made us pick a color. But I should have picked some color that wasn't already super common. Oh well. We'll choose differently day 137. If we're never going to get a showroom, then I do need to worry about getting keys. So let's do this. Get those keys. Conference room works here, I think. Oh, there's a commissary, so I don't necessarily need the commissary, though. But hopefully, if it's going to give us the commissary as a choice, it will give us some other color room as a choice at some point. I mean, you know, give us like a showroom. We can do the laboratory and start the day's lab experiment, and also spend 2 more gems, I think. And we'll go ahead and gain a star. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I wanted it to get into security and make. Yeah. I have a key card, so we're gonna make right? I was given a key card, wasn't I? Just a second. I'm gonna double check that I have a key card. Yeah. I was given a key card. Okay. I did not misremember that. Okay. So we're gonna log in. Staff announcements. No new staff announcement. No new electronic mail. No new data transfer. We're going to remote terminal into security. And we're just going to make security doors more common, because I don't have a master key at the moment, but I have a key card, so we want. So yeah. Royal Scepter. I collected the Royal Scepter, right? Did I not? Thought I had. Yeah, I have the Royal Scepter, so I don't know why it's saying I don't have the Royal Scepter. I definitely have the Royal Scepter. Yeah, security said that I hadn't picked up coins or a Royal Scepter, and I'm like, the Royal Scepter is right here. I have it. All right, let's do. I don't want those other ones, so I guess we're doing the classroom. Yeah, we'll do the trophy room. Ooh, that would dead end me, but I could go outside and come up over here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because with the key card, I can go outside and then come up the foundation. Let's see. We'll do the storeroom. I'm really regretting my choice of picking blue. I don't think the option in their Dana Planetarium for 2 extra stars is worth seeing nothing but blue rooms. Yeah, bad choice. I should have just gave up on those 2 stars and picked like gold or something. Yeah, I probably picked gold. Probably should have picked gold. Because I haven't seen the armory, which Mantle of the Night's supposed to put armory in the pool. I haven't seen the showroom. It's just flooded with blue. Absolutely flooded with blue. Do that, but I don't need to go into it yet. Oh, yeah, I do. I forgot that I had done a code check right here, and that's a dead end. I'm not going to code check anything yet. I'll wait till the end of towards the end of the day and see what I want to code check. Alrighty. We'll rotate the parlor. And then that works. A box with more than one false statement is empty. A black box is empty. A box with no true statements is empty. The last one is kind of like redundant to the first. The last statement there is redundant with the first statement. Unless you have a box that's only got one statement, but these all seem to have 3. Box with only true statements is empty. The black box is empty. A box with a statement that is also on another box is empty. A box with a true statement is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. White box is empty. So one of these has to be entirely false. So if this one is entirely false, basically the gems, yeah, okay. If this is entirely false, the gems are in the white box. So a box with a true statement is empty. Is false. Box with a false statement is empty. That can't be. So this cannot be entirely false. Because if this is entirely false, then the gems are in the white box, but also a box with a false statement is empty would be true. So this cannot be. So this cannot be entirely false because this middle statement would have to be true in that case. So the blue box cannot be entirely false. Can the white box be entirely false? Box with only true statements is empty. That's entirely false. Then a box with only true statements is not empty. The black box is empty, so the black box would have the gems. A box with a statement that is also on another box is empty. If that is false, we know then the gems could be in the black box, and that could be consistent. That would make this white box is empty true. Box with a false statement is empty is true. A box with a true statement is empty is true. That'd make this completely true, while this is completely false. And then this, but for this to be completely false, the box with only true statements is empty. Well, that would be all true statements, right? Wait a minute. If this is completely false, a box with a true statement is empty. That would be false, because the black box would have to have the gems. And the black box would have to be completely true. So a box with a true statement is empty would be false. A box with a false statement is empty would be true. Well, a box with a true statement is empty would be true, because this would be entirely true. Yeah, because this would be entirely true. So if this is entirely false, this would basically have to be entirely true. And this would have to be entirely true, right? A box with only true statements. So if this is only, that would make this true, not false. So this cannot be entirely false. So this one cannot be entirely false, right? This one cannot be entirely false. because the box with only true statements is empty, because that would make the blue box entirely, if this is entirely false, the blue box would have to be entirely true, but that would make this a false statement. Or, I mean, that would make this a true statement. That would make the top one a true statement, which means it couldn't be false. So this must be entirely false. A box with more than one false statement is empty, is false. The black box is empty is false. So the black box has the gems. A box with no true statements is empty, is false. So if this is entirely false, and it has the gems, and this is a box with only true statements is empty, could be true. Black box is empty is false. Box with a statement that is also on another box is empty. A box with a statement that is also on another box is empty would be false. So that'd be, and then this would be box with a true statement is empty would be true. A box with a false statement is empty be true. The white box is empty. This would be true. So this would be entirely true, while this is entirely false. And then this would be true, false, false. So I think the gems are here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the pantry. Okay. We can do the reading nook and save the drawing room for a better location. Well, that's a dead end. No, I can do the library and make it not a dead end, make it go up. Okay. So we'll do that. Okay. I don't need any of these books, I don't think. I'd like a showroom. Definitely don't want the ballroom, so I think we're going to do the kennel, because I don't need the 8 coins, and I don't want to spend the gem on the rumpus room. Gallery is good. I'd spend 2, if I spend 2 gems on the office, I get a gem back from the office. Let's just do this. I don't need that battery pack. We do like the pool. I don't need the. I guess I'll use the lockpick. I'll pick up the lockpick kit because I don't have a master key, and I don't know if I'm going to get a master key today. I picked the wrong color room. Do the conservatory. Weight room rare. We have 2 weight rooms. Weight room, weight room. Chapel. We'll make the chapel commonplace. That's fine. Why does it show me the weight room twice? I don't know. Okay, I'd really like a... Well, I could have used a prism key. Probably should, but I'll go ahead and do the drawing room. Okay. Let's redraw. Yeah, break room is fine here. (18 minus 6 is 2? No, 12. Okay. Half of 1 is 0.5. 0.5. Reverse the digits is 5.0. Squared is 25. Divided by 5 is 5 times 2 because it's actually divided by 2.5. So 25 divided by 2.5 is 10. Okay. We do want a sauna. If I take the sauna, then I will have to go outside and come back up here to do things. I think I'm going to have to do that anyway. So we'll take the sauna. Not going to pick up the sleeping mask because we're probably not going to see any purple rooms today. Alrighty. So we've got to spend a lot of steps. And I've already got the secret notes from the pool, the break room, and the sauna, I believe. You know, the blue memos. I'm pretty sure I have all of those. Pull and broke room for short. Yeah, sauna. Okay, so no new blue memo info. We're going straight down to the library. Okay, and then from here, we can try to do this area before we go outside. Mechanarium, ooh, might have some doorways. The others are sure to be dead ends. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that lever. On that side. We do want a planetarium. But let's go ahead and do security and then do these two rooms. I want a planetarium, but not right this second. I don't need it right. I just need it sometime today, I guess. Well, I say need it. I don't need it, but you know. I just have to remember to end my day in a blue room, which should not be difficult. We're not going to click on Draxus the Dead. Ooh, then gain 1 key and 1 gem for each rank. One key. Okay, well, I put it in the bottom rank. So if it means the rank where you put the observatory, then that's. But it won't apply until I get more words. Sale, but the sale doesn't apply to the showroom, which I'll probably never see today. We'll go ahead and do the attic for the items that it gives. And it triggers our experiment. Okay. I don't really need the secret garden key, I don't think. I also don't really think I need a metal detector, so let's not pick up that stuff. Alright, and now I need to head outside, so I need to go back to the mechanarium. Back to the rotunda. Spin the rotunda. Alrighty. Yeah, because I chose blue, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing gold or black, so I'm not seeing the armory, I'm not seeing the showroom, I'm not seeing throne room, you know, so forth and so on. I really shouldn't have chosen blue because blue is already commonplace. Remember when we did not have a foundation? That sucked. I'm glad we have the foundation back. And it's actually, I think, helpful that it's higher up in the house now. For situations such as this, I've dead-ended me on the lower part of the house. Right, dead end, dead end, dead end, but now I can access the upper part via the foundation. So let's start over here. Over here. Because this we know will be a dead end room. We'll do a locker room. And we'll do some of these lockers. Not all of them. Because I do not have a master key, so I need to save step. So we're gonna skip. Let me go to my notes. I'm just gonna skip this row entirely and do this row. Having some extra steps is useful. I don't want the running shoes. And then we'll do these. And okay, and then I'm gonna skip the rest of the lockers for now, saving the keys for these rooms here. We'll rotate the dovecote. Okay. This is probably a fine place for a silver key. We'll do Cloister of Dowsha. Let's see. None of these have animals. So we'll just do the mail room because we have a clock tower. We've already reached level 8, so it should just appear here. There we go. Dice and gems, that's all good. Let's see. Aquarium will trigger it because it ostensibly has goldfish. Even if it's drained at the moment. See, it triggered it for extra stars. Might as well do the walk-in closet. Key coins. I don't want to pick up the coin purse. I really don't need money. Gave me gold, but not the showroom. Still. Let's do this. The London room trick only matters if we get a freezer at the right time. Which a freezer is a blue room, so it's very possible. I'll go ahead and put the planetarium, and then that will block this doorway off. And then we're just operating off of... Or I could do this, and then I'd have this doorway and this doorway. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the passageway. Actually. We'll do the rumpus room because it will let us go up. I don't need the coins, but I should at least pick up the coins. So many coins. I should have used the key 8 right here, but I didn't. Oh well. That's not going to fit. So then... do a courtyard, because then we can get to the antechamber if we wanted to. I don't think we need to. Oh, do I have the blue memo from the rumpus room? That's the question. That's a question. Let's check. Does not look like I do. So we'll look for the blue memo in the rumpus room. Alrighty. I'll be right back to do that. Alrighty, so let's look for this blue memo. And then we have this room and this room to draft. And then that'll be it for the day. But at least we'll fill out the house. We just have to remember to end our day in a blue room so that we keep this scepter that we spent all the effort getting. All right, let's find this blue memo. Oh, there it is. The real Alazar was an Arajan soothsayer who belonged to the royal court of Ares. He was banished from the realm in the 15th year of Ejira for a prophecy that did not come to pass. Alrighty. So we've collected another blue memo. No. Well, now that we're here, no, we should just go this way and I really don't have extra steps to waste. Although I probably don't need to go back outside, so we might be fine stepwise. Let's do, none of these are really helping me, so let's do a redraw. Let's redraw again. We do want the planetarium. We'll pick that up. We'll do this. We'll remember to end our day there, but right now let's do this last room. We could do key 8. I've got the room 8 thing. What else might I want? I have sauna, I have clock tower. The only thing better than would be like a freezer would be better than room 8, but I'm not likely to get a freezer. And I only have one reroll. Room 8 really is only going to let us increase our allowance, which we really don't need to increase. So yeah, let's just do the regular key and see what we get. Well, not a freezer. Oh well, I should have just done the room 8 and solved it for the allowance. But that's fine. So now we have nothing else to do. I mean, we could go eat dinner, but we really don't need the extra steps. We have money in the treasure trove outside that we never picked up, but we don't really need to pick up because I have 330 coin without that money. I won't get to keep the gems or the coins because I don't have a freezer. I have a sauna. I don't have a moon pendant. So the other option, if I don't want to end my day in the planetarium, for extra 2 stars, I could end my day in a break room and that would give me a guaranteed key card tomorrow. But I think I'll just go ahead and do the planetarium. So I don't think there's anything else I need to do today. Yeah, no. Oh, where am I going? I'm going the long way around. Wasting steps. Because I went from here to here instead of from here to here. All right. Okay, we're going to call it a day. And we already found the blue memo in the study, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was like the 4th one we found. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to call it a day. All right, this is pretty exciting. We opened that chest, the Ares key. Ooh, I was supposed to code check. Shoot, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go code check something, and I didn't. That's what I forgot to do. I may not have had enough steps for it, but that's what I was supposed to have done. Was code checked something, but too late now. Oops. Okay, day 136, Mount Holly, Garden Menagerie of Tomorrow. 4 green rooms, the kennel, dovecote, aquarium, 7 tomorrow rooms. So 7 tomorrow rooms, we should get 7 keys tomorrow because of the clock tower. Total rooms 45, rank reached 9, steps taken 105, items found 10, including the Royal Scepter, which we should be able to start tomorrow with because we're ending our day in the blue room, and we chose blue. In the future, we don't want to choose blue. Also, we will have, because of the Blessing of the Monk, we will have the option to draft the planetarium outside, which we may or may not do, depending upon our other outdoor choices, on day 137. Anyway, all right. Thank you for being with me for day 136. We'll see you back for day 137. Have a good one. Bye.